It's a deep-seated purpose, cause, or belief. Your why is not what you do or how you do it. It's the content of your life. It gives meaning to what you do and how you do things. If you want to feel fulfilled and have an insatiable passion for life, you need to know your why. If you want to feel that you're contributing to something bigger than yourself, you need to know your why. Your why is what gets you out of bed every single day.
True.
Let me repeat that. Your why is what gets you out of bed every single day. But it's more than that. It's what gets you out of bed every single day excited and energized. Once you're able to articulate your why, you understand what inspires you. You understand what inspires the behavior and actions that you do when you're at your natural best, when you're your authentic self. You have a point of reference for everything that you do moving forward. You make intentional choices about your business, your career, your life. And you're so inspired that people will buy from you, support your cause, or even join your cause. Before I share and elaborate on how to discover your why, let me share how I discovered mine. I uncovered mine through the eyes of my 5-year-old son, Charles. It was February of 2014 when the doctor told me, your son has the mind of a 6-month-old in a body of a 2-year-old. You know what I felt? I felt like a failure. I felt like I failed him as a parent. And slowly I started uncovering my why. And that is that I will strive to help people, to inspire people to see the best version of themselves. That's what inspires me. Family is everything, right? What is the role of your family in the discovery process? For the longest time, I've been saying my family is my why. Who's with me on that? Right. Majority of you. When I went through the discovery process of my why, I found that your family will bring you so much pride and commitment. Most of you, if not all of you, you care so much about your spouse or significant other, your siblings, your parents, and of course your children. But here's what I found. Your family is not your why. This may sound strange and weird to you. I'm going to stretch your thinking for a bit. Your why is who you are wherever you are. Whether you're at home, at work, or out with your friends. Inevitably, in the discovery process, you will find that the contribution that you make and the impact that you have on your family members is the same impact that you have on others in any situation. Bottom line is, your family is not your why. How your best friend loves you is the same way your significant other loves you. % of people that work feel unfulfilled. This is a very sad statistic. You get up, you go to work, deal with your boss, deal with your coworkers, go back home, go to bed, wake up and repeat. That's a lot to handle, right? But if you know your why, you're more inspired, and that inspiration can impact others at your work. If you know the why your organization or why your company exists, that will inject passion to what you do. Because ultimately, not only you want to be inspired and energized when you get up, but you want to feel fulfilled when you go home. People do not care what you do. They care why you do it. You see this? People that believe in Javita, they see our products as symbol because they believe it stands for what they believe and value. Do you agree? Yes. Mm-hmm. Right? So, and lastly, what is your why? Is it inspiring you to change? Well, life is going to knock you down, put you up against the rope. But when your why is so big, nothing can stop you. You will get up. You will not give in. So here's where I need your piece of paper and pen. And I want all of you to write this. At the top, you put 2 blank so that blank. The first part is where you put your contribution, and the second part is the impact of that contribution. Your why statement has to only be 1 sentence, not 15. It has to be simple, clear, and most importantly, honest. It has to be actionable. You have to focus on the effect of it on others, whether it's your family members, the people that you work with, or your friends. And it has to be expressed in an affirmative language. Did you write this down? Here is my why. My why is to inspire people to be the best version of themselves so that they can make a positive mark in the space that they live and breathe and feel that they matter. I have the contribution, so that, and the impact of that. So here are the 3 steps to develop your why. We may not have time to do it today, but I want you to find your why and start with your why. So the 3 steps are, first, you will identify the stories in your life from birth to now and find out your defining moment or defining moments. Second, you will identify the theme in that stories, and you will need a partner for that. And the third, you will start drafting and refining your why. So, starting on the first step, identifying your stories. When you identify your stories, you need to identify only 10 specific memories that made a difference and significance in your life. You have to define your 10 defining moments. Here, in this example, you will see the peak and valley method. I know I'm sharing a lot here. I'm being vulnerable. But this is how you will know what memories you have in your life that mean so much to you. And then you circle what the top 3 stories and defining moments in your life. And what you do with that, you will find a partner. Probably you can find a partner within this room, since they already have a background of this exercise. Find a partner that you can trust. Here, you will be vulnerable. You will share your stories, just the 3 specific stories. And you don't want to reveal something risky or too personal to you. You have to be comfortable with the story that you're sharing. And I want you to be very, very specific. Not just talk about the facts, but talk about the feelings. And then you, as a partner, you will capture the recurring ideas. You will capture the recurring ideas and stay focused on listening. By the way, when you do this exercise, this is not a therapy or mentoring session. Okay? And so how do you dig deeper? You will ask questions, open-ended questions. How did that make you feel? What is it about this experience that you absolutely love? What makes the story special? What lesson from the experience that you can carry with you today? If you notice, none of these questions start with the word why. Because when you start with the word why, people tend to rationalize. But in this exercise, you want people to feel and to express freely what they felt and why those are defining moments for them. And out of that, a theme will occur. There's no wrong stories or wrong themes. When you write your why, it has to be right. Your gut tells you that it's the right why statement for you. So you put on the facts. So if you're the person who's capturing it, you're the partner, you write all the facts of the specific story, and then the meaning of that. And you will notice the person sharing the story will say things over and over again. This may take 5 minutes, or it might take 5 days. But the most important is you find and start with your why. So again, to recap, 2, the contribution. It's what giving else or receiving in each story. And then the impact is what happens when you make that contribution. What difference it may have on them or others. Your why. Your why must be important enough to pull you when you're just about ready to give up. Emotional enough to drive you, and life-changing enough to sustain you. And I say this, people are counting on us. Our family are counting on us. And I want you to say it with me. I can, I will, I must. Say it again. I can, I will, I must. When you're faced with adversity, you say, I can, I will, I must. You will overcome your mountain. You say, I can, I will, I must. And from now on, I want you to live with purpose, on purpose, and from now on, I want you to start with your why. Thank you.